everybody, this is Anna, also known as Anna Nita on Ravelry and Anna-Lena Nita on Instagram, and I have a website, annanita.com, www.annanita.com. So I have lots to show you today. This is a knitting and crocheting podcast, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to all the new viewers. I hope you enjoy the show, and I'm so grateful for the returning ones. Thank you so much. I have so many things on the go lately. Many small projects or long-term projects, and I enjoy it very much. I tend to be a monogamous knitter, so although I have many projects on the go, I usually focus on one thing until it's finished. And I only switch projects, for example, depending on the situation I'm knitting. If I want to knit something easy because I'm watching TV or I'm talking to someone or whatever, I grab another project. Or if I'm more into concentrating and focusing on a project, I take another project. But usually I commit to a certain amount of time and say, okay, this day, today, I finish this, or this day I want to concentrate and focus on this. And that works well for me, and I enjoy it very much. So I will show you two half-finished objects. Two finished objects, two half-finished objects, several works in progress, yarny goodies, minis especially, and shop update, and everything in between. So let's start. Let's start with the finished objects. As you know, I'm reading, enjoying the Blocked magazine. And the first issue of the Blocked magazine had two dishy patterns. So, you know, these dishes you can wash dishes with. I think it's called dishy. Two dishy patterns, and the second issue, so the February and March issue, had one pattern. And I think they come out every issue. So it's the Blocked magazine gets published 8 times per year, so there are 8 issues, so not every month. Not in every issue you get patterns, but in every issue you get the dishies, and they are called Dissident and Squares. I think dishy and dissident, and squares is secret squares. So because you don't know what you knit. It's a mystery pattern, and that's why I started to knit them. Usually I don't knit dishes on a regular basis, but I love mystery patterns, and especially mystery patterns that don't take like 7 weeks or 16 weeks or whatever, and you have to knit like through 5 skeins of yarn or so. I did this once with the Starting Point by Holy Locatelli, and that was amazing. But usually I like small projects. Okay, first I will show you the yarn. I have used this Volbut yarn by Butinet. It is 100% cotton, not processed cotton, so not mercerized. It has 50 gram and 115 meter. They suggest a needle size 3 to 4 millimeter, I think. Yeah, millimeter. Here, it's Germany. It's German yarn. It's called Schulgarn. So that means school yarn, because it's what you start out with in schools or with acrylic. You start with thicker yarn and not so fancy wool. Your first project. And I have used this in blue, and the next I will do in these colors, because I bought these specifically for dishes and then I didn't knit them and now I have a reason. I'm using a 3mm needle because I'm a quite tight knitter. The first one is this. And now you see this. Okay. Do you see the cat? Maybe if you can't see it on the video so well, I will insert a photo here. It is so cute! And I didn't see it. I finished it and thought, okay, I did something wrong. The picture should be in the middle of the dishy, you know? It's like my brain works. And then a person said, do you see the kitten? And I said, yes, I can see it! And now I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. It was very much fun and quite easy because the next one wasn't easy because every row was different and you didn't have long blocks of the same stitch. So here it was often like knit 2, purl 2, knit 16, purl 2. So, and here it comes where here in this dishy I show you now, it's completely different, but it was much fun and I really didn't know what I was knitting. I cast off, laid it down under my lamp, looked at it and saw, yeah, I see it now. I didn't tell my fiance and said, do you see it? Oh yes, great. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Okay, it's this one. If you can't read it, it's a sentence. I will insert a photo here. I posted it on Instagram. Some people didn't like it. And you know what? I don't care. Because in my opinion, every human is valuable and we should care about everyone. Simply as it is. Yeah, from the unborn until the elderly people, everyone, every human being is extremely valuable. And so there can't be anything wrong with this sentence. Yeah. You have to agree with this sentence. You can't, if you don't agree with it, I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, so that was so much fun. I think this was one Sunday and this was the other Sunday. I don't know if I can knit this Sunday. Today is Thursday. I don't know if I will be able to knit the other dishy this Sunday because I will return from Munich. I'm attending the March for Life in Munich this Saturday and we will do a lot of stuff with our members of the organization I'm working for and so on. And then I will return on Sunday and I think I will need mindless knitting then. Yeah, my finished objects. Now I come to half finished objects. And yeah, socks. When I say half finished object, you already know, okay, it's a sock. Because I don't knit mittens yet. Maybe I will do one day. Is there anything else comes in pairs? Oh yeah, it could be wrist warmers or leg warmers. Oh, I want to make those. I really would like to make those. Okay. A finished sock. This is Peyton's Croy in the colorway 70s stripes. I received this from Amy from Noble Character Crafts. If you don't know her, check her out. Her podcast is one of my favorites. It's amazing. The contrasting yarn is Lana Grossa, another sock yarn. It's not my favorite sock yarn, but if you only use it for parts of the foot, it's okay. And I have knit, I think you call it a broken rib. Wait. Yeah. So I knit, I think 5. Yeah, knit 5, purl 1, and in the next row, only knitting. And it's easy, but much fun. I have cast on 60 stitches because it's a quite thick, yarn for a fingering weight, so 60 stitches is definitely enough, and I knitted with 2.5mm needles. I think if you are, maybe I could have knitted with 3mm, to be honest. Yeah, but I didn't because I like the fabric. So first sock is done. This sock is part of my, I don't know, dice knitting. So I wrapped 12 different yarns for this year. I want to knit through, stash busting. And every month-ish I roll the dice, because I have written a number on every package, on every wrapped yarn. And the number tells me which yarn I have to knit next. And then I unwrap the package and see, oh, what a lovely yarn in this case. I can knit through that. The other yarn, so I think this was February or so, and no, I didn't do it in January, I think, because I had so much on the needles, so many projects. The other one was a Gnome Acres in the colorway S'mores, and I want to knit a standing rock head out of it. But my needles are occupied by another standing rock head I am already knitting. You will see it in a few moments. So I laid it aside, put it into a bag. It's caked up already, and it's waiting there for me. So I don't think that I will be able to knit through all the 12 yarn wrappings, but at least some of them. And it's a surprise. I know opal yarns are in there and some hand-dyed yarns also, so it will be much fun. Yeah. Half finished object number 1. Now we come to half finished object number 2. This is so lovely because I like the yarn. It's opal yarn again. And it is my new design, my new sock pattern. I'm still writing it. I think I will publish it in April. Maybe, fingers crossed, April 1st. It's not what is it? Not like, oh, it's April Fool's Day, ha ha ha, you don't get a pattern. No, you will get the pattern. I already know how I will call them, and the name is inspired by the Elder Scrolls Online. Please write in the comments down below, or let me know via Instagram. Do you play the Elder Scrolls Online? The pattern name has something to do with dragons, because it's all about the dragons in Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, especially in Skyrim. So I have to be more specific. It's inspired by Skyrim, but you also get it if you play the Elder Scrolls Online. So that's correct now. Okay, now I will show you closely. First, I thought they look like cozy memories squares. Do you see it? Like, it's difficult on the camera. For me, it looks like a cozy memories square. But now I see dragon scales, especially in this green color. It is so awesome. I really like this. It's so cool. And I have to do the math now because it is a very long repeat. No, not really, but for a sock it's a long repeat, stitch repeat. And I want you to be able to knit it with your normal cast on stitches. So this would work perfectly for 64 stitches, but if you usually cast on 60 stitches, this pattern wouldn't work. And now I'm doing the math behind it so that you will be able to cast on the stitches you would usually cast on. Maybe not for the leg, but then for the foot. I will figure that out for you. And after I have finished it and finished the second sock, which is already on the needles, I will publish the pattern. And I have already other patterns on my mind I want to share with you. Okay, here is the work in progress. Here you see it even better. Why I think of dragon scales. Yeah. And I think the pattern name is so perfect. But only Skyrim people will understand. But yeah, it would be so interesting if we have someone among you who's played the Elder Scrolls Online or Skyrim or Oblivion or whatever. Here is my progress keeper from 3 by the Sea Designs. I just have this here to mark the beginning of the round because I don't always see the tail here. And it's just pretty. It's knitting jewelry. And I really like, it's not, you don't need these kind of things, but it's lovely to have it. I think the color is so great. It pops next to the green. So I really digged through my progress keeper stash and was thinking which goes well with this knitting, because I wanted it to pop. I wanted it to see it because I like it. It makes me happy, and this is just lovely. And I'm patiently waiting for my next order I placed a week ago or so. It's already shipped from 3 by the Sea Designs. I ordered some things from their spring collection. Oh, so pretty things. You definitely have to check them out. They have had a big spring shop update with Easter bunnies and Easter eggs and birds and so many pretty things. Definitely check them out. Oh yes, and I think I just squeeze it in here. I will knit this pattern in this yarn as well. It's from the Opal subscription, but it's the same kind of dyeing method, so it will pattern the exact same way, only in the red tones. I will have these and 4 more colors in this style in my shop because, yay, they made it into a collection. So I subscribe to the Opal subscription and you can't get it in the US and not in Great Britain, and in many countries you can't get it. And I always hope that some of the colors will be part of the collection, because we are like the testing group, and when they see we like it, they put it into the collection. And I was talking with the wholesaler I'm working with, and he showed me what we can expect in 2022 from Opal, and they will be available by the end of September. So I think in my first October shop update you will be able to buy these yarns, and in other colors. I think a brownish and other colors, but the same patterning, so they all look the same, only in different colors, if that makes sense. And I really like this color. I was drawn to it so badly, but I decided to knit the green one because, why did I decide to knit the green one? I don't know. I had a reason, I promise. But I'm really looking forward to this. So this will be available in my shop in autumn, but the pattern will be available in April. Oh yes, my standing rocket. I have knit a little bit, a tiny little bit. So these are the needles which are occupied. I think it's 16 inch. The 16-inch cord, I only have one. Is it the interchangeable? Yeah, I only have one, and I need this to knit hats, so I can't cast on the other standing rocket. This is the standing rocket for Tommy. I dyed the yarn specifically for him. He told me what he would like to have. We talked about it. I said he asked for yarn which is grisselig. And I think he means semi-solid, speckled like. So this is what he wants. And I just need to go on knitting. It's really only a rip, then I think 9 or 10 decreasing rounds and you are done. It's my favorite hat because it's easy and I like the fit of it. It's very warm because you can fold the brim, And you can use 1 skein of fingering weight yarn holding double because you need a DK, and you will even have enough left to do a pom-pom if you want to make a pom-pom out of the yarn. So it's perfect for that one precious fingering weight yarn skein, the Standing Rock hat. I think you can Google it. It's not only on Ravelry. I think you can Google it. It's a free pattern. It's lovely. It's lovely. I made 2 or 3 already. It's great. Yeah. So it's my own yarn. It's merino, 400 meter, 100 gram. And I dyed it for Tommy. That is not in my shop, but I have some pretty yarns still left in my shop. I will show you later. Now we come to my next work in progress. It's a blanket, and I will make an own blanket talk video. So I will talk about this briefly here now, because otherwise I would have to repeat myself so many times. Okay, as you know, I'm knitting these squares, Cozy Memories squares, and I crochet them together in the end. And this blue one was finished already a while ago, and now I'm starting to knit the border. So I have to make 1 big border, and so 20 rows, yeah, and then the other 3 sides will be sides to be connected to the blanket, so only 10 rows. I explained the details in my first Blanket Talk video, Blanket Talk January. So this was my blue block, and I'm using very inexpensive German white no-name sock yarn, 2.5 millimeter needles, and that's what I did. Wait. Yeah, that's what I did yesterday in the evening. I was so tired yesterday. I went to bed so early and I slept so long. For my preferences, I slept too long. I think I went to bed like at 8:30 and awoke like at 6 or 5:30. So I slept way too long. And I am still working on my green block because I'm doing color blocks. I really don't know what you saw last time. Oh, did I add 2 times the same? No, it's different. Okay. I really thought they are the same, but they are not. On the screen you can see it way better. Yeah. I definitely added this one yesterday. And the other ones, I'm not so sure. Yeah. More of it in my Blanket Talk video. And okay, you know, I wanted to make a Battenberg blanket. And I realized, so I started the Battenberg blanket in the new year. And I love the look of it. But for some reason, when I thought, oh, now I have time, I could crochet 1 square or 2, I wasn't drawn to it because I still needed to look up the pattern, because you need to do the squares in a specific way so you can use the modular join as you go method. And that's nothing I can deal with at the moment. But I wanted to play with all these pretty hand-dyed minis I have, and I set aside for the Battenberg blanket. And what I really was dreaming about many times for a long time now is another granny stripe blanket, because it's here. I enjoyed making this so badly, and I promised myself that I will make another one where I don't use self-striping yarns and I only use colors that at least bring me through 1 row. Even better would be 2 rows. So you have this cleaner look, the distinguished, is it right? The distinguished look of the granny stripe pattern. And I started it. Here it is, folded together. It has 250 stitches, I think. In the blanket talk video, I will talk about a problem I had and how I solved it. But just now, 250 stitches-ish. And at the moment, I only do 2 rows of one color. And then at the next one. Even if I have more of the yarn, for example, here, this yellow, I would say 20, maybe even 30 gram or so. And I think for 2 rows I need 10 gram. 1 row is 5 gram, approximately. But after 2 rows I stop and take another one. And I will have to weave in the ends. But since I made a temperature blanket and my other cotton blanket where I changed colors like every row, I don't mind it anymore. It's okay. It's not a problem. I will weave them in every once in a while. And this is only very soft merino hand-dyed yarns. Only semi-solid or tonals or speckled. So you can definitely see the lines much better than here. This is out of opal, mostly out of opal minis. And here you see my minis. And I have, oopsie, even more. They don't fit all in that box. Oh, okay, that's too far away. And I'm using a 2.5mm crochet hook. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. The granny stripe stitch is so addictive in a very good way. It's meditating, you know what I mean. And it's easy because you only crochet into the big gaps, not into the stitches, not into the double crochets or triples. Yeah. And the other thing, no, I will keep the other thing for the blanket talk because I didn't really make progress, but I got no leftovers for my blanket video. You will see this in the blanket talk video. But what I can show you are the minis. Last week I had another shop update with opal minis, and you guys, you love those. I am sold out again. So, and I also buy them for myself, and here you see so many pretty opal yarns. This is one bag, and this is one bag. I had some of them already, or I bought them now in my own shop update. I can show you maybe 2 or 3. Okay, I will show you this one because I identify this one. The opal minis don't have names or colorways on their tags, but I know this is out of the dragon series. They have 2 like black dragon it's called. So it's a normal sock yarn, and then you have one of the strands is black, and this gives a very nice look. So black dragon is amazing. And oh, I think this one was part of the opal subscription ones. I love this one and this one. And I will have another minis shop update soon, but not this weekend because I'm in Munich and I want to be there for you when I do a shop update, because sometimes you have questions or need my help or something. Yeah, opal minis will be in my shop, I think not this but next weekend again. And I hope I will have the new opal collection by then, because by the end of this month they had delay because opal had problems with the machine and with COVID and all that, so they are a little bit behind in the production. So I will receive by the end of March the new collection Wasserwelten, Water Worlds, I would translate. And it is so colorful, you see it here. I'm looking forward to this collection so much. But if you want to buy opal yarn, you can still do, because I have something left in my shop. And this, what I show you now, is not the typical opal yarn because it is ultra soft. It is another base. It is still sturdy. It's still in their pretty colors and so on. But because of the extract of Edelweiss, it seems to make a big difference. It is so soft. It's way softer than usual, and I really like opal yarns, but it's even softer. So I show you the colors which are still available. This one, this is so pretty. Perfect if you like to knit socks for guys, husbands, fiancés, boyfriends. It's a perfect boyfriend color. And this one, Tommy requested a pair of socks out of this one, so I bought one for myself as well. And this one is still available, also lovely. Oh, I can show you how the socks knit up here, and because opal is so nice and shows it always here, and here. They are so soft. This one is sold out already. I knew when I received this as how it's called, muster in, so to show it off. When I saw this yarn in the collection, I already knew this would be sold out like in 2 minutes, and I was right. With opal it's like I have to buy the complete collection. I can't say, oh, I want to have colorway this, colorway that, colorway this. But because I pretty much always like every color, it's not a problem. And I want to show you the yarns my own hand-dyed yarns I still have left in the shop, because last episode I showed you the boy or girl 6-ply sock yarn, so the sport weight sock yarn, and said I will cast this on next weekend because I want to make a very squishy socks out of them for another pattern I will release in November. Then I didn't come around knitting it because I was knitting the Dishies, and it was good because I forgot to put it out of the shop, and you bought it, all my leftovers. You bought all my my boy and girl 6-ply yarns. So speaking of 6-ply, so sport weight yarn, it's between fingering and DK. I still have 2 skeins left of plum tree. So this is the same, it looks like humongous because it's 150 gram, and that makes one pair of socks. It has 150 gram and 400 meter. It's sock yarn, my sock yarn base, and I love this color. So I will see if you buy it. If you not buy it, I will make socks out of one of them. Yeah, it's my sport weight sock yarn because I really like sport weight socks. They are very quick to make, you fit into your shoes, and it's perfect for gift knitting because you are so much faster. And then I have 2 of these pencil case fingering weight yarn, but also my sock yarn base, also with sparkle because I love sparkle. Very pretty. And the next ones I will show you are only merino because this is like opal, and now I will show you merino yarns. I will show you I have 1 sweater's quantity left of one color. So in my size, for my size, I need 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn, so to make a sweater. And I have 3 skeins of birthday cake left. So if you want to make a sweater, go and grab it. And this is so pretty. It's very difficult not to take away the yarn for yourself when you dye and sell yarn. So and oh, if you like yellow, I will have another sweater's quantity of golden yellow with stellina. This is so pretty. And now there is one boy or girl in merino yarn left. This is my merino yarn, has 22 microns, so it's very soft. And I'm wearing my cowl. I can't show you because it's a mystery knit along every day, and it is so ultra soft. Then I have 2 skeins of chocolate and 2 skeins of light as air, because I like yarns that don't have much dye, as well as like we go all in with the dye. I really like these, where you have a lot of white or mauve and then some hints of color. Yeah, so that's left in the shop, so you can shop this weekend. I think, yeah, for my email subscriber, they always receive coupon codes. So if you want to have coupon codes for my shop, hop over to my website and subscribe to my email list. Okay. That was much fun. I want to knit all the things lightly. It's so much fun. But that is everything I wanted to show you in this podcast episode. I have to prepare myself for Munich now and for a Zoom seminar tonight. So I am wishing you a lovely weekend. While I have to work, please do better and knit and crochet and enjoy your spare time. And do what you love and makes you happy. I'm looking forward to see you in a week for the blanket talk video. Bye bye.